Hello there, hello there, hello there. Tonight I am going to be walking you through my 2026 summer reading list. Specifically my physical reading list, because I recently got into audiobooks, specifically cozy mystery audiobooks, and so I think I'm going to be getting through a lot of those this summer as well. I'm already on my 6th one. So this will be my physical books that I want to get through for this summer. And by summer, I mean just the season, however long it's hot out. That's just what summer is in my head these days. My first one is The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England by Brandon Sanderson. I've never read a Brandon Sanderson before. So I already started reading this book. Actually, I've already read it at the beach once, so it's already very much my summer reading. I'm on chapter 14, page 117. A man awakens in a clearing in what appears to be medieval England with no memory of who he is, where he came from, or why he is there. Chased by a group from his own time, his sole hope for survival lies in regaining his missing memories, making allies among the locals, and perhaps even trusting in their superstitious boasts. His only help from the real world should have been a guidebook entitled The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England, except his copy exploded during transit. The few fragments that he managed to save provide clues to his situation, but can he figure them out in time to survive? A fun premise for a book. Really enjoying it so far. Like I said, this is my first Brandon Sanderson. I think this is like kind of an entryway to his books. I know he does more like full fantasy than this, but I don't know. But since this is my first Brandon Sanderson, I'm not really sure. Like, it's kind of a very lighthearted tone at the moment, like really fun. I don't know if that's kind of the tone his books are, if it'll get like kind of dark and deeper. Let's see. Here's another book that I started reading a while ago and I didn't get too far into before I kind of forgot about it, but I was into with the part that I was reading and I definitely want to finish. Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Theo Decker, a 13-year-old New Yorker, miraculously survives an accident that kills his mother. Abandoned by his father, Theo is taken in by a wealthy Park Avenue family. He is bewildered by his strange new home and, tormented by his longing for his mother, clings to the one thing that reminds him of her. A small, mysteriously captivating painting that has come into his possession. As an adult, Theo moves easily between the antique stores where he works, the drawing rooms of the rich, and the underworld of art. He is alienated, unmoored and in love, and drawn and inexorably by the power of that painting into a narrowing, dangerous circle. Inexorably. I feel like that's a word that I've read a million times, but I don't actually know how to say it. I've never heard to say it out loud. I really like the tapping sound on that. It's like hard, but a little bit hollow. Next up, I have Bloomability by Sharon Creech. This is a throwback. This is a nostalgia read for me. Sharon Creech is the author of Walk to Moons, which is another nostalgic book for me that had a huge effect on me growing up, especially like middle school age. I think Walk to Moons and Bloomability had huge effects on me as a person. They're so well written, from what I remember. I haven't read them since, so I'm really curious to revisit. And this is a copy that I've had my whole life. My family's had it for a long time. Like the pages are yellowed, and they really smell like old book. Oh my gosh, that smells like middle school. This was published in 1998, which was a year after I was born. There's no description or summary in here, but from my memory, it's about a I think like middle school aged girl who moves to a school in Switzerland, I believe. Bloomability, that's such a good word. It's such a good name for a book, too. Bloomability. The ability to bloom. Next up I have Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I think this book, in general, what I've seen from it is people not being too impressed by it. But I'm a huge Hunger Games stan, like from day one. So I'll probably enjoy it still. People didn't love that other new one, but I really enjoyed it. It was Song of Snakes and Ice, Songbirds of Snakes, Throne of Ice. I don't know, whatever they name that, like every book is named these days. Songbirds and Snakes. Something Songbirds and Snakes. When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? As the day dawns on the 50th annual Hunger Games, fear grips the districts of Panem. This year, in honor of the Quarter Quell, twice as many tributes will be taken from their homes. Back in District 12, Hamish Abernathy is trying not to think too hard about his chances. All he cares about is making it through the day and being with the girl he loves. When Hamish's name is called, he can feel all his dreams break. He's torn from his family and his love, shuttled to the capital with 3 other District 12 tributes. A young friend who's nearly a sister to him, a compulsive odds maker, and the most stuck-up girl in town. As the games begin, Hamish understands he's been set up to fail, but there's something in him that wants to fight, and have that fight reverberate far beyond the deadly arena. Next, switch it up with some nonfiction. There's so much carry on all these books. You Just Need to Lose Weight, and 19 Other Myths About Fat People by Aubrey Gordon, co-host of Maintenance Phase. I've been a huge fan of Maintenance Phase for years, so I've been wanting to read those. The pushback that shows up in conversations about anti-fatness takes exceedingly predictable forms. Losing weight is easy. Calories in, calories out. Fat people are unhealthy. We're in the midst of an obesity epidemic. Fat acceptance glorifies obesity. The BMI is an objective measure of size and health. Yet, these myths are as readily debunked as they are pervasive. In You Just Need to Lose Weight, Aubrey Gordon equips readers with the facts and figures to reframe myths about fatness in order to dismantle the anti-fat bias ingrained in how we think about and treat fat people. Bringing her dozen years of community organizing and training to bear, Gordon shares the rhetorical approaches she and other organizers employ, not only to counter these pernicious myths, but also to dismantle the anti-fat bias that so often underpins them. Grounded in research and history, You Just Need to Lose Weight is an essential tool for having effective conversations around fat acceptance and fat justice. I also have Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. I got this from a blind date with a book, those things. And it's not really the type of book. I think it's, no, it's like spicy. It's like spicy. I hate that I say it's spicy, but that's what they're called now. It's like a romance book, but like edgy. Okay, I'll just read the description. You'll know what I mean. Murder brought us together. Only death can keep us apart. The Tormentor. Callista belongs to me. She just doesn't know it yet. The first time we met, I wanted her. The next time, I was obsessed. I watched her. I followed her. It only deepened my need to possess her. Once she's mine, I'm never letting her go. The Target. Hayden Bennett is a monster in and out of the courtroom. Unfortunately, I need his help. What was supposed to be a simple transaction turns into something else, something intense. He's always there when I need him, but I don't know if trusting him is a good idea. This edition includes a never-before-seen bonus chapter. Ooh la la! I'll probably add more. I'm not sure how fast I'm gonna read this summer. My goal is to read quite a bit, so hopefully I'll get through them pretty quickly, and then I can update you and add more. But I also don't want to get in over my head, bite off more than I can chew, and then get overwhelmed and then not read it all. So here is this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just 5. Oh, it's just 5. Okay, I could definitely do more than that, but the entire Twilight series. Yes, you heard it here first. Yes, the news is true. All the rumors are true. I am indeed reading the entire Twilight series this summer. I'm going to do it. Let me know if you'd be interested in a more in-depth review once I've finished, just my general thoughts on this series and how it's aged and how my opinions on it have changed and just what the experience was like reading it. It's going to be fun, I think. Little excerpt. So, about 3 things I was absolutely positive. It's classic. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Full body chills. And then we have New Moon. I knew we were both in mortal danger. Still, in that instant, I felt well, whole. I could feel my heart racing in my chest, the blood pulsing hot and fast through my veins again. My lungs filled deep with the sweet scent that came off his skin. It was like there had never been any hole in my chest. I was perfect, not healed, but as if there had never been a wound in the first place. Just said that. It was like there had never been any hole in my chest, as if there had never been a wound in the first place. That's kind of the same thing. I haven't even started. I'm already critical. My goodness. Okay, and then we have Eclipse. In the dead silence, all the details suddenly fell into place for me, with a burst of intuition. Something Edward didn't want me to know. Something that Jacob wouldn't have kept from me. Something that had the Cullens and the wolves both in the woods, moving in hazardous proximity to each other. Something I'd been waiting for anyway. Something I knew would happen again, as much as I wish it never would. It was never going to end, was it? Why'd you say something 10 times in a row? That was so annoying. Maybe I won't have a good time reading these books. And then, of course, Breaking Dawn. Don't be afraid, I murmured. We belong together. I was abruptly overwhelmed by the truth of my own words. This moment was so perfect, so right. There was no way to doubt it. His arms wrapped around me, holding me against him. It felt like every nerve ending in my body was a live wire. Forever, he agreed. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you want updates throughout the summer. Sorry, my cat just started pooping. Okay. Let me know. Oh no, peeing. Can you hear that? Let me know if you want updates throughout the summer about how the reading is or any reviews. Let me know what you're reading for the summer. I'm sorry,